Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be testing out just some new makeup products. I don't have enough for a full face, but I just wanted to test out some new products that I recently got sent that are relatively new. I have the Huda Beauty mascara, the Morphe Coca-Cola Cherry Coke palette, I have some GloWish products, and I have some Clove Hallow products. I just have a variety of different brands, and we're just gonna try them out. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts about these products, then make sure you keep on watching. But first, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video, and make sure you follow my Instagram at satinsilkskin for daily makeup content. And with that being said, let's just get into it. Okay, so we're first gonna start off with the face as usual. And this is the GloWish Tinted Moisturizer in Fair Light. All of the shades kind of looked dark, but I'm just gonna assume that this is the right shade for me. And I think that this is just supposed to be a super glowy, like, skin tint basically. And this is how it looks on the back of my hand. It looks... I don't know, I just hope that this will fit me because I really don't know if it's going to. And now I'm just gonna swipe it. It looks kind of dark. I'm just gonna swipe it on my face, but honestly my concealer is light enough that it will be fine. Just gotta put my hair all the way out of my face. It feels really thick on my finger when I'm swiping it on my face. And now with the beauty blender, and it gives a really light coverage. It's not really covering my acne all too well. It's like, I'd say light to very slightly medium coverage. And also, this is not my shade, but this is the lightest shade that I was sent, which is like the second lightest, I think. So I'm just gonna keep blending this out. While it isn't like super full coverage though, I really like how dewy it is, because I like a really dewy liquid skin tint or like foundation. And this is extremely dewy, so right off the bat, if you have oily skin, you probably will not like this. So I don't have a new concealer to try out, so I just put on my Huda Beauty concealer, but I do have a setting spray, and this is the Clove Hallow Lock and Rock Prep and Setting Mist, and it has the little golden flakes in it. And you guys know that I like to set my concealer before blending it out, so we're just gonna spray this on and see how it looks. Hold on. It has a slight scent to it, but I'm gonna look really close now to see if I can see any gold flakes or anything. Oh, I kind of do, like a little bit, but I'm gonna blend out my concealer and let you know how it made my skin look and my concealer look. So honestly, again, if you have super oily skin, you aren't looking to look super dewy, I don't think that you would like that setting spray just because it also has the gold flakes in it. But don't get me wrong, you can't like really see the gold flakes unless you go super close up to your skin in like bright light. So like, if you want to look super glowy and like sparkly like a goddess or something like that, then you'll probably like it. And you can also use it as like a primer to add more glow before you even put on your product. But I think I personally don't like to use setting mist type things as a primer. I used to, but I don't really like to. I like to use it to set my concealer and to set my face again. So we're gonna set our face again after we complete the look, or like complete the base, to see if it is too much with the gold flakes. But we're gonna move on to more base products. Now I'm gonna go in with the Clove Hallow Cheeky Cream color in Vibes, and this is what it looks like. It looks like there's a little bit of sparkle in there, and I'm gonna take this on a damp sponge And I'm going in with my blush first because I realized that my bronzer is powder, so I don't want to use that first. And we're just gonna apply this to the tops of our cheekbones because I like how that gives me a lifted look. And this is super, super, super pigmented. That looks really, really pretty. I like that. It doesn't seem to be emphasizing my texture or anything like that. I'm gonna add a little more. We're just gonna go a little blush crazy today. And I'm gonna add some more up here. Wow, that's really pretty. And it's also dewy because it's a cream product. Like, so if you have oily skin, honestly, if you have oily skin, the majority of the products I'm gonna be using today, you probably won't like them just because they're cream. But this blush is super pretty. I like it. And I can't really see the sparkles in here, so if you're worried about that, honestly, you can hardly even see it. It's not that big of a, like, it's not like it's like chunky glitter or anything in it. Clove Hallow is an indie brand, and they just reformulated all their products. They just revamped them, and this is a part of their revamped collection, as well as the setting mist that I use. They did send me more products, so if you would like to see more of their products, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, I really, really like this product. I like this more than the setting mist. Yeah, this is a good product. Up, we're gonna go in with the GloWish Soft Radiance bronzing powder, and I'm in the shade Tan Light. And I love this packaging, like, in the marbled effect that it has. It looks super cool. It looks like it's going to be glowy. I think obviously it's called GloWish. It's like the whole purpose of this collection. Like, I look extremely, extremely dewy right now. So I'm just gonna apply this. And I personally like when a bronzer adds a little bit of radiance, like not when it's like super sparkly, and this is not that. It's just like a subtle sparkle. But I also can't bronze too much because the tinted moisturizer definitely is not at all my shade, but this is actually really pigmented. It packs a lot of pigment right when you apply it, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. Like, even on the brush, like, you can tell that it's gonna give you a decent amount of color to your skin. But if you don't like a radiant blush, I mean bronzer, then you probably wouldn't like this, just because it does add some radiance to your skin. So if you're looking for more like a matte bronzer, you definitely wouldn't like this, but I personally do like this bronzer. Next, I'm gonna be taking the GloWish N.Y.M.P.H Glaze highlighter, and mine is in the shade Luna. If I can open it. This is what it looks like. It's like a golden highlight, and I've used it before, as you can tell, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. This is what it looks like on the back of my finger. It's very golden. And I'm just gonna place it up here. I feel like it kind of is a little bit glittery on the skin, but I don't know. Yeah, like, it definitely has a good amount of glitter in it, and I don't like it when my highlighters are too glittery, like, and it kind of emphasizes like my pores right there. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, I don't think this is my favorite highlighter. Like, it kind of has like a balmy texture too. I'm just gonna put this here. And also, I don't think that this is a good shade for me. I think it's a little bit too golden for my skin tone. But because I'm definitely not tan at all, this shade of the skin tint is just making me look way more tan than I am. I mean, this definitely isn't like, yeah, look, I don't know if you can tell, but it's emphasizing my texture a lot, like way more than normal cream-based highlighters would. Update on the highlight. I just finished up the rest of my face. I put on some faux freckles. I used the Pseudo Labs freckles. It's like pH freckles, but like pH. And I really like that, super easy to use, and I put on my brows and all that. But when it comes to the highlight, I think it's better if you go back in over top with a damp sponge to help it melt into the skin better. I think it made it look a lot better, so I'm not as mad at it now. So I definitely recommend you do that if you are interested in this highlight and you do like a little bit more of a glittery highlight, because it definitely is a glittery highlight. I don't know if it's super intense, but it does leave like some glitter on my skin. But going back to the setting spray, I don't know, I guess we can spray it on my face, but I honestly don't really like how it feels. It feels kind of oily almost on my skin, and the scent stuck around for a while and it kind of was bothering me, but I'll do it once again just for you guys. So I'm just gonna shake it up and we're gonna spray the face. I do love how it looks, so it reminds me of the iconic London setting spray that was really popular, but I'm gonna spray this on my face. I can smell it again. I don't know what the scent is. It reminds me of something kind of like herbal-y, but this definitely isn't my favorite. Yeah, for me, this isn't my favorite. I don't really like to have like specks of glitter on my skin, but it's really pretty to look at. And I also don't like the scent. Like, I don't know what the scent is, but this is like, yeah, I just don't know what the scent is. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to the eyes. Okay, so next for eyes, we're gonna be taking the Morphe X Coca-Cola Cherry Coke palette, and you can use my code GLAMFAM1825 to save money on your purchase if you're interested in any Morphe products. And I have used this before and I actually like it, but I haven't obviously touched like even half of the shade. But this is how it looks. Hopefully I'm not blinding you with this. But I think I'm gonna go and like just do a really natural look today, just because, I mean, I just want to use the palette. I don't really want to use anything else. And also I'm just going to be wearing mascara, so we can really see how the Rare Beauty mascara looks on the eyes. So I don't want to do a look that like requires lashes, if you know what I mean. So first I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Hopefully you can see what I just pointed at, because if you didn't, that'd be horrible. And we're just going to put this in the crease as like a transition shade, and just to see how it looks. Honestly, it's like almost my skin tone, so, but I can see it, it looks very subtle. So now I'm gonna go in with this cool tone brown right here, just because I have already used the warm tone one, so I want to see how this one will look in my eye. So I'm just gonna dip in, but I'm going in with this more precise brush just so I can focus it more like where I want it to be. And this is very, very pigmented. I'm gonna focus it on the outer edge of my eye and sort of wing it out. And then I'm gonna go back in with the more fluffy blending brush just to make it not look as harsh. Wing it out. And it blends really easily because I kind of placed that so bad, but it blends out really, really nicely, which is awesome. Well, I added that shadow to my other eye and I really am liking how this is looking so far. Everything's blending out really nicely. I'm not really surprised that the rest of the shades are blending out nicely, because when I first tried this palette, I really liked it, but I tried it like, I don't know, a week or so ago. I didn't use a bunch of shades. So next, just to add a little bit more depth, I'm gonna go in with this brown, this brown shade right down here, just to pack it on the outer edge of my eyes, just to bring some more depth to them. And the shade looked really pretty to me and I wanted to try it because I like cool tone chocolatey browns. So I'm just packing this on with that brush and then going back in with the fluffy brush just to diffuse it out a bit more. Now this shade is a little bit patchy, a little bit on my inner corner. It's kind of blending not as good as the other shades. But also I'm just gonna build it up a bit more just to see how it's gonna, if it is just because I didn't have it evenly placed. I find that with a lot of eyeshadows, whenever I go in with a darker shade, when I place it on the outer edge of my eye, they don't blend that nicely. Now I'm just gonna go in with a shimmer, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm just gonna take this on my finger because that's just how I prefer to apply them, and this is how it looks. I'm gonna place this on the center of my lip. That looks so pretty. Ooh, I really like that. That looks really, really pretty. I hope you can really tell. I'm gonna blend this up into the crease also. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade right next to it, and I'm gonna place this a little bit lower, right here, and blend those two shades together. I'm adding this lighter shade just to sort of brighten up my eye, and I'm also gonna take it down to my inner corner. I like this palette a lot, actually. The only problem shade I had was that darker brown, but other than that, all the shades blended pretty nicely and the shimmers are very beautiful, so yes. But I'm gonna add those shimmers to the next eye, then we're gonna do a little something to the lower lash line. I haven't decided what yet, and then we're gonna move on to the mascara and then we'll be done. So at first I was thinking of doing a pop of color on the lower lash line, but honestly, that's not the vibe I'm going for right now. I'm just going for a natural-ish look, and I'm just gonna take the darkest shade, that the dark brown that I applied, and I'm just gonna put it in right up against my lower lash line, and I'm basically just gonna use all the shades that I used on the crease just to smoke out my lower lash line. So I'm gonna speed this up because it'd be kind of redundant if I explained all that again. So I just added some brown to my waterline, and now we're gonna go in with the Rare Beauty mascara, and I also curled my lashes already, and this is what the wand looks like. And I'm just gonna put this on. I don't really know what it's supposed to do, but it's actually pretty lengthening because my lashes normally don't get this long, and they don't ever go up. They never do that. I hope you can tell on camera. You see how lengthening that is, compared to the other side? No mascara has ever done this to my lashes, ever. So I'm actually super, super impressed with this. I really like that. I recommend this mascara so much. Like, what? That looks so good. I love this mascara. I'm gonna go do this on my other eye, and then I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts to wrap this video up. So this is the final look, and overall, the standout product for me was the Rare Beauty mascara. Like, it made my lashes super lengthened. My lashes never, even if I curl my lashes, they normally never look this good with mascara, so I'm super impressed with that. I also really like the Morphe times Coca-Cola Cherry Coke palette, especially if you're into reds. I know I didn't really use a lot of the red shades, but I have used them in the previous look I did, and I really liked how they performed, and also the shimmers performed really well. Just that one dark brown shade didn't perform the best for me. And in regard to the GloWish products, really like the tinted moisturizer. I just wish it was in the right shade for me. I'd probably need to get the lightest shade just because I'm not tan at all, and that was a little bit too dark for me. It doesn't really match my skin. I really like the bronzer. It looked super natural and gave a slight radiance to the skin, which is really nice. I like that a lot. And the highlighter is kind of iffy for me. It's like kind of too glittery for me, and also in order for me to make it look good, I had to blend it in, go over top of it with the sponge, which is like, it's not my favorite. But overall, the best products from the GloWish collection for me were the skin tint as well as the bronzer. Those were really good. And in regard to Clove Hallow, I don't like the setting mist. It just feels too heavy on my skin, and it's definitely not my favorite, but I do love the blush. It looked super pretty on the skin, super dewy, and I love a dewy blush. So yeah, those were my thoughts on all the products. Leave a comment down below telling me which product you would like to try the most out of all the ones we tested out today, and also let me know down below if you have any video ideas you'd like to see me film, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and follow my Instagram at satinsilkskin for daily makeup content. And hope you guys have an amazing day or night, whatever it is for you right now, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye guys.